the deal. Today we're checking out the U275W from Sceptre. Now, what kind of 4K experience can you get for $200 US? Let's check it out and see what's good. When it comes to raw specs, the U275W is a 27-inch 4K IPS monitor with a 70Hz refresh rate. I wouldn't specifically call this a gaming monitor, but the extra 10Hz bump can help give you a smoother experience. That is, if your system has the power to push it. We'll touch on that later. When it comes to the build and looks of this panel, I quite enjoy the thin bezels and overall simple design. The stand though is as basic Becky as they come. There are no height or tilted features, only a slight swivel, and I guess that can be expected for the price, but it really makes you glad it's VESA compatible so you can put it on an arm however you want it. When it comes to input ports, there's a surprising mix. You get one display port, use this if you want to get to 70Hz. You also get one HDMI 2.0. You'll use this to connect the console for 4K 60Hz content, and two extra HDMI 1.4 ports, but those are only capable of 30Hz at 4K, so be aware of that when plugging in your devices. Also on the back here, you can see the two built-in speakers, but my stance on monitor audio hasn't changed. Just get some real speakers or headphones. Also, this is really important. If you've watched this far and haven't subbed yet, then what are you waiting for? All right, let's get back to the review. Now, when it comes to the picture, even though this is a budget monitor, the images look brilliant. The colors are rich and vibrant, and being that it's an IPS, the viewing angles are reasonable as well. Watching 4K video content is overall just a pleasurable experience. I was thoroughly impressed with the deep blacks and vivacious color reproduction. Now, this is just my personal experience in my setup. No accuracy measures were taken. The specs claim 350 nit brightness, and I gotta say, I had no issues with it being properly lit. I did have some issue with the menu though. I've done a few Sceptre monitor reviews. For the most part, this is a standard issue. It just doesn't have many options for personalizing your experience. You can change the profile and adjust the overdrive and colors, but not much beyond that. So recently I reviewed the Scarab pre-built gaming PC from CLX, and with this powerful combo of a Ryzen 5900X and a 3090 GPU, I wanted to test 4K gaming with the max settings, and oh my damn! Woo! Playing some of my favorite games at 4K very high and ultra is just ridiculous. But even with these components, I wasn't expecting a high refresh rate, fast frame rate encounter. At the very max settings, even with the 3090, I was struggling to maintain 70Hz on some AAA titles. Also, with fast-moving games, especially first-person shooters, I noticed a significant amount of screen tearing that I didn't enjoy. What I did for most games was set the max FPS to 70 and enable VSync. This worked best on games like Forza Horizon 5. Also, I don't know if it's just my previous bias, but the jump from 60 to 70Hz just didn't feel as smooth as my earlier experiences with 75Hz. Who would have knew those extra 5 frames were important? In the end, I honestly feel content watching and light productivity is where this monitor shines. I wouldn't use this for industry level color grading, but editing a YouTube video here and there should be okay. Say you had a high refresh rate gaming monitor that was only 1440p, I would toss this next to it to view 4K content and to gently edit pictures. At the price, it's cheap enough to add to your current monitor setup or get you introduced to the world of the 4K PC master race. But what do you think? Is this the perfect starter 4K monitor, or do you need more specs to make that ultra max resolution experience robust? Let me know down in the comments. Now make sure to check the description for links to everything mentioned here, and give a big thanks to Sceptre for sending this out for me to test. I'm gonna get up out of here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and never forget to holla at your boy.